Good morning, I'm here at Embedded World 2023 and I'm delighted today to be joined by Suman Thapa, who is the product engineer for connectivity modules at Murata Electronics. And today we're going to be chatting about cellular IoT and Murata's Type ISE module. So thank you very much for joining me today. Would you just like to briefly introduce yourself for us?
Thank you. My name is Suman Thapa and I'm a product engineer for LPWA modules at Murata Electronics. I'm based at Murata, France office. So about Murata is a company which is much more popular for passive components. But over the last decades, we have expanded our product lineup to Wi-Fi BLE and then to LoRa and finally to our cellular IoT. So it's been a while we are in this cellular IoT journey and we have a couple of product lineup in cellular IoT.
Fantastic. So set the scene for us. What exactly is cellular IoT?
Cellular IoT is all about enabling low power, wide area connectivity in constrained devices. With constrained devices, I mean devices that are very small in size. They have a very limited microprocessor unit, limited functionality. Majority of the time, they stay in a sleep mode. They need very long extended battery life. And thanks to the cellular IoT, now this kind of constrained devices can communicate with the mobile phone's tower or the base station. So this is the same radio access network that is used by our smartphone to make a phone call or to use internet. And using this same radio access network from the cellular IoT, now this kind of constrained devices can report their data directly to the cloud. So this cellular IoT has made much more easier for this kind of devices when it comes to connectivity. And there are two ways of achieving cellular IoT connectivity. One is LTM and another is NB-IoT. In LTM cellular IoT, we are talking about bandwidth in the range of 1.4 megahertz. Throughput is around 100 of kilobits per second, and this is much more suitable for devices that moves from one place to another. They are dynamic because in LTM, roaming is supported. And in NB-IoT, cellular IoT technologies, both the bandwidth and throughput are much less in comparison to LTM. And it is much more suitable for devices that is static. So in a nutshell, cellular IoT is all about enabling low power, wide area connectivity in constrained devices.
Fantastic introduction, thank you. So tell us about the products that you've got here then, the Type ISE module.
So this Type 1 SE, it is a very unique dual mode cellular IoT product. Actually, it supports both LTM and NB-IoT.
Okay.
So this product is a collaboration of 4 different companies bringing their expertise together into a form of this module. So this 1SE module has a LTE chipset from Sony Altair. It uses embedded SIM from ST Micro, also a microcontroller and software development kit from the ST Micro Electronics. It uses TruePhone connectivity network. Actually, TruePhone is a MVNO, and we are using their connectivity. And this module is it has inbuilt connectivity. So all you need to do is just activate. So all these things together in a form of a compact module. So this is truly a cellular IoT platform for end device maker who can rapidly develop an end device.
And what would you say makes it so special?
Actually, this module. So this module, firstly, this module is already in mass production.
Okay.
And this module, you can purchase it starting from a single unit. So it means there is no any restriction in the volume. So customer can purchase this module from any quantity worldwide. Secondly, this module was designed taking into account the time to market, reduce engineering effort, reduce engineering cost. So this will help to simplify the cellular IoT journey of an end customer. And from the product specification point of view, this module has STM32L4 microcontroller from ST Micro. This microcontroller is based on ARM Cortex-M4 architecture. And what is good about this microcontroller is that customer can use it as a host application. This means they can directly use this microcontroller to flash their application firmware. They don't need any external host or external microcontroller. Also, this module has embedded SIM from ST Micro. It means if customer use this embedded SIM, then they do not need to use any external plastic SIM.
Okay.
Also, they do not need to have their plastic SIM connector. It means customer can reduce their bill of material and bill of material cost. At the core of this module, there is another module called Type 1 SC. Actually, this is the module which contains all the RF part and the protocol stack. And this module is already GCF PTCRB certified for release 13 of 3GPP spec. And customer do not need to worry about GCF PTCRB certification. This module can be easily controlled by AT command, so they don't need to care about the RF protocol stack also. And we have done other certifications for this one, FCC, GCF, which I can explain later also. Yeah. So all these things together in the form of a compact module, which is roughly 18 by 15. This is the size of a 2032 coin cell battery. Yeah. You have everything from microcontroller, embedded SIM, timing devices, matching network, UFL connector, etc. Everything in a compact form. So this is a kind of a complete end device.
Fantastic. And following on from that then, how easy is it for a user to implement the module?
I would say it is very easy. So we have done everything. We have done all the difficult job and we have made it very easy for the end device maker. So I can simplify it in 4 steps. So step 1, first you can purchase the module and then you can design a very simple PCB, manufacture it that can integrate this module. Step 2, you can select an antenna from the Murata recommended list, or you can also use your own antenna, provided that your antenna is compliant with the regulatory certification.
Yeah.
Third, you can prepare your application firmware and directly flash it on this module. Step 4, you activate the TruePhone network and there you have it. You have your end device ready.
Yeah, 4 simple steps.
Yeah.
So let's come back to a point you mentioned earlier then. What is radio law certification and how have you achieved it with this module?
So radio law certification is an obligation for all the end device maker if they want to sell their product that has a radio frequency front end. So this is a must. You cannot escape the radio law certification. Actually, radio law certification is also known as regulatory certification. So in this regulatory certification, the certification body or in this certification program, they test spurious emission, electromagnetic compatibility, they check all the RF performance. They check if there is intentional radiation or unintentional radiation. So in a nutshell, regulatory certification is all about testing and making sure that one radio device does not generate any unintentional RF signal, which can potentially interfere with another. So all of the device, they must be electromagnetically compatible to each other. And many countries in the world, they will require some kind of regulatory certification. So 2 of the most common are FCC, which is for US market, and another is ETSI/RED. This is for European market. Our module is certified for both. Regarding to FCC, what is the good news is that our module, it has a UFL connector and this one is certified as a host device. It means customer do not need to worry about the RF trace certification which is involved in FCC. And with regards to ETSI/RED certification, we have done all the certification, we have done all the mandatory tests for this certification program. So it means, but however, customer will still need to have CE marking on their end device, but customer can fully leverage all of our RF tests done for ETSI. And on top of it, this module is also certified for Australia, Taiwan, Korea, and Japan.
Excellent. And what would you say then are the particular benefits for, say, IoT device makers?
So in this module, it contains everything that you need to make an end device. So microcontroller, embedded SIM, all the passive components, UFL connector, etc. It means it's almost an end device. So since all the components are already on this module, so there will be very less component that will go in the final PCB of an end customer. So it will simplify their PCB design and manufacturing journey. Secondly, since all the components are already here, then customer, they do not need to contact hundreds of suppliers. They don't need to negotiate with them and procure the parts, and they don't need to have longer lead times while procuring the parts. So it has been done for them.
Yeah.
Third, this module is already GCF, PTCRB certified, FCC C certified. So many LT module, it will take several months to get through this regulatory certification. Sometimes you will need to spend tens of thousands of US dollar and some months to have this kind of certification.
Yeah.
So everything has been done by Murata for the end customer. So they will have a reduced time to market, reduced engineering effort as a competitive advantage. And also we have embedded SIM. If they use it, then they can reduce the bill of material, and this is also certified. So this will help them to have a reduced time to market.
Yeah. Can you give us some typical application examples?
So this 1AC module is suitable for almost all of the IoT application. So just to give you some good fit application for this 1AC module, then I would say smart meter, like electricity meter, water meter, gas meter, asset tracker. It can be used in wearables like fitness band. It can be used for home automation. You can make any sensor device using this module. So these are just some examples which we see as a very good fit. However, and honestly speaking, this module can be used in any IoT application that needs wireless connectivity.
Fantastic. And is there an accompanying evaluation kit? And if so, how does that help accelerate product development?
Yes, indeed, there is an evaluation kit. Actually, this evaluation kit is designed and manufactured by Murata, by ST Micro. So we have collaborated with ST Micro for this EBK. And if we look at the customer journey without this evaluation kit, so let's just for an example, let's say a customer wants to use a module from supplier A and there is no any EBK. Then what he need to do is he need to procure the module, he need to procure all the component, and then he need to design the PCB. He need to mount all the components module on the PCB. Then he need to build firmware, and then only he can start testing and evaluation. But if he is not convinced with the module from supplier A, then he need to drop his project, and then you need to switch another supplier, follow the same step. But with this 1AC module, and thanks to this evaluation kit, you don't have to go through this step. At the day one, you can directly purchase this EBK, and you don't need to even procure one single piece of module. So you can directly use this module. You can build the software, you can build the application, directly flash on it, and then you can evaluate, test, and if you are convinced, then you can move to module, and if you are not convinced, then that's fine.
Yeah, fantastic.
So this will help them to simplify their journey.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, can you tell us how Murata works with Digi-Key to simplify the customer journey?
Murata and Digi-Key were a very good partner of each other. So we have worked together to distribute our modules EBK through the whole worldwide. I would say worldwide. We have a worldwide reach thanks to Digi-Key. And actually Digi-Key is distributing our EBK and modules, and we are working together with the sales and technical team of Digi-Key. So if there is any inquiry or technical inquiry from customer, then the customer can pass it to Digi-Key. And then our local sales, our technical FAs is working with Digi-Key to support the inquiry. And on top of it, there is also My Murata online portal by Murata. And if customer wants to have any technical documentation, customer can directly go there and download all the technical documentation. And on top of it, we have provided Murata forum. So customer can directly go to forum. They can post their questions there, and then our technical people will answer their questions.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your insights and for bringing the products along as well. It's been a real pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you. Pleasure is also mine.